first period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. By Rothman Institute at Jefferson, exclusive orthopedic and healthcare provider of the Philadelphia Flyers. And by your local Chevy dealers.
Staff Sergeant Ken Sawyer. Presenting tonight's colors, the Gallatin Fire Department Honor Guard. And now, here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner from the Wild Horse Saloon, Holland Marie.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Sellout crowd ready for the Flyers and the Predators here from Bridgestone Arena. The Predators 12-2-1 in this building this year. That's the best winning percentage on home ice for any team in the NHL.
Let's take a look at our key starting goaltenders for this one. Ray Emery back in for the Flyers. Emery has won his last 3 starts. Pekka Rinne has won every game that Nashville has won. 22, leads the NHL in wins. This will be interesting. 3 days off, no skating, no equipment on and off. You kind of feel a little different when you put it back on, as these guys did today. So perhaps expect the unexpected, maybe not. We just don't know.
What we do know is there's a familiar face behind the bench for the Predators. There he is, Peter Laviolette, of course, coached the Flyers for parts of 5 seasons. Was let go early on last year. He's done a great job here in Nashville as his team in contention in the very tough Central Division, battling with those Chicago Blackhawks for the top spot. We're ready to go here. First of 2 meetings this season between these clubs. They'll play again in Philadelphia in a couple months. Last year they played twice, and both games needed shootouts to determine a winner, as the puck is cleared all the way down right off the opening faceoff and an icing call against Nashville. So an offensive zone draw for Craig Berube's Flyers.
Boy, did Claude Giroux ever dig in on that faceoff, even though it was just to start the game, going against big Paul Gaustad, and that's the kind of effort, snarl that Craig Berube wants to see from his guys here as they resume play after the Christmas break. This is when everything gets ramped up, intensity included.
Giroux wins another draw. Here's McDonald sending it wide of the net. Rinne gets his stick on it. As you look at the Flyer line combinations at the top of your screen, Giroux out to Andrew McDonald and across ice to Luke Schenn. Sends it in along the wall, and there's Jake Voracek, the NHL's leading scorer. Yeah, he's taken out, and a nice play defensively by Shea Weber. As you talk about Weber with his big shot and his offensive ability, he also can be very physical. He was right there. Luke Schenn will move that puck ahead. And now it's Voracek clearing. The arm goes up. We've got an early penalty call here. Steve Kazari and Brian Bachmar are your referees, and we've got a penalty just 39 seconds into this one. Nobody's sure who the penalty is on.
I think it's on Nashville, isn't it? Was Jake Voracek held? It looked like when Jake was trying to make a play, when the puck came around the boards to him, there was a bit of a bear hug. It might have been before that. Well, one way or the other. I guess that's it. We weren't the only people that weren't sure, because the Nashville guys on the Flyers didn't know who it was on either. So I guess this is the way it's going to be post-Christmas break.
We'll see. Well, when Yossi gets the penalty, and so one of the top defenders for the Predators sits out while the Flyers power play goes to work. The Predators are not a great team on the special teams. And the penalty kills down near the bottom. The Flyers power play still 7th ranked. Here's Giroux. Cross ice. The shot for it. Chekarine with an answer early. Now behind the net, it's Simmons guiding it along to Giroux. Giroux tried to get it back to the point, but it's turned over. Fisher with the pass in the middle. Matt Cullen, the veteran. Cullen back to Fisher, just out of his reach. And the Flyers recover the puck.
What a back check by Jake Voracek. Woo.
He now pushes the puck to Giroux, who flings a bouncer toward Rene. He'll glove it and then play it with his stick all the way down the ice. Lots of air underneath that. Flyers power play 7th ranked, but 0 for its last 11 and not getting a lot of opportunities in recent games. They have not scored a power play goal on this trip, so they've won the first 3 games of this trip without the benefit of one of their major weapons. Flyers were offside there. A bit of delayed call, but the Predators will clear it all the way down the ice. 50 seconds remaining on the man advantage as the second unit goes to work. Andrew McDonald starting up. Takes the return feed and then winds it deep into the Nashville zone. Rene is out to stop the puck, plays it along the glass. Trying to clear it out of the zone is Seth Jones. He's tied up by Matt Reed. But now the puck goes ahead. Eric Nystrom, and he'll move it to center 2-on-2. Nystrom taking a look behind him and then swings it across ice. Flyers will get to that. LeCavalier has it. They'll move it ahead as the power play down to 22 seconds. And LeCavalier missing a pass there, and they call it icing. And so the face-off back into the Philadelphia zone while they make their way back for the draw. We look at the scratches from the lineup. Same group for the Flyers. The only change is, well, there is no change actually. Emery in net as well as he was in Minnesota. And for Nashville, all kinds of talk that Mike Ribeiro was going to be out of this game, one of their top offensive players, with the flu, but he's dressed and ready to go. And also back is Paul Gaustad, who you had mentioned will be up against Claude Giroux a lot in this game as a checking center. He is back after missing the last stretch with a lower body injury. And the Predators win the draw. Shot from the point and the save by Emery off of Victor Bartley. The Flyers will move up. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Flyers had not done a whole lot with this early opportunity. Mr. Edward Bellemare across the line. Deals to Van de Velde. Van de Velde cutting to the middle. And his shot was blocked. Bellemare gets to it. This is the line that's been so good for the Flyers in the last couple of games. They've just been skating. Raffles out on the line, though, with LeCavalier just having completed time on the power play. There is Raffle. Watching, hoping for that puck to pop free. Then hits the deck as he slipped to the ice. And Yossi tries to clear, couldn't. Nick Schultz keeps it in. His shot and the save off of a possible redirection there by Rene, and he's able to cover up. And let's bring in Chris Terry into the broadcast on ice level.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. I think when you talk about Nashville, you talk about Shea Weber. He's a guy that obviously stands out. The Flyers with that dramatic offer sheet to him a couple summers back. And, you look at the numbers that he's put up. He's got some great offensive numbers. He's got a rocket for a shot. But on top of these numbers, guys, he does everything for this team. He's able to dictate the pace, the tempo of a hockey game. Flyers are going to want to make sure they get on him a lot in this game, make it difficult for Shea Weber.
I know you can't tell, Chris, but somebody did a way better job with the squeegee on your windshield here than they did in Minnesota.
Yes, yes, Billy, I do recall.
Okay. Nashville combinations now appearing at the top of your screen as the Flyers center it for Simmons. He fans on the shot. And the Predators will move it up, but not out. Simmons keeps it in, but he's checked from behind, and the Predators get it back. And here is Ribeiro. We'll move the puck ahead. I have no idea how much Ribeiro can contribute. He's allegedly flu-ridden. Moving into the zone. Turns with it, drops it off, shot, and that's blocked out in front.
Ouch.
And Mark Streit slowly making his way back to the Philadelphia bench after blocking that shot. We'll keep an eye on him. Ribeiro set it in front, redirected wide, back out in front, and now it's cleared all the way down the ice. Shea Weber drops the puck back. Giroux will drop it back to Luke Schenn, and then off of Raffl's stick, and it goes out of play into the Predators bench for a moment. So play stop.
One of the interesting things that you could talk about here, fellas, is coming back after Christmas. And here's a quick look as well at the quick shot here going through to the net of Ray Emery. This is always a difficult game to play for both teams. And I think it's a little less pressure perhaps on the visiting team. The home team has a lot of stuff going on at Christmas time that factors into it. So Flyers just want to keep this road trip going. Obviously 3-0 is a great way to start it. And this is probably, I think, looking at it on paper, their toughest game, toughest challenge on the trip.
Both of you guys went through the missing 2 or 3 days and not skating at all. How much of an adjustment is it to come back and be right into a game like this?
My equipment never felt like it fit for about a day and a half.
The only good thing I can tell you, JJ, is that everybody's in the same boat. That's the one thing that's it's all par for the course for everybody.
Cavalier behind the net, got that puck free. Belmar set it out in front. It was denied. And now moving back the other way, Olli Jokinen. There's a different look with all that hair. It's the puck in. Different team again for Olli, but a different look as well. Olli Jokinen now his 8th team in the NHL. Now the puck moved ahead. Flyers get it back. Here's Coburn looking to spring a teammate, but could not, and comes back into the Philadelphia zone. Nystrom bumped into by Schultz. Now Coburn behind the net. Now it goes into the quarter. Raffl is tied up there. Flips it along. Gaustat will get to it. Former Buffalo Sabre behind the Philadelphia net. Centering pass goes all the way through. Back to Gaustat for a shot that's blocked. And now it goes in on Emery. He's going to snare it and hang on. Taking a look at the Flyers coming out of the Christmas break. It's into action and in a hurry. 5 games over 8 days.
That equipment better get fitted back on quickly. And it will too. And I think, I always think that the guys that are married with young kids are at a disadvantage over that break. Kids at Christmas time don't usually sleep in all that much.
And no, they're waiting for a visit.
You talk about the equipment bill. We used to play in Edmonton and Calgary after Christmas. We couldn't get our helmets on our heads because of the altitude. It was no joke either. All kinds of issues. Well, 10 guys couldn't get their helmets on.
Flyers, of course, always on the road right after the Christmas break due to the building being busy. And so they're used to this if they've been with the Flyers for any length of time, but still an adjustment here early on in this game. And perhaps we're seeing some of that with some of the passes off the mark from both sides right now. 4-2 the shots in favor of Philadelphia in the early going. Wiping out there was Philip Forsberg, the fine rookie for the Predators. Flyers get the puck. Grossman ahead to Matt Reed, and he redirects into the Nashville zone. Flyers will go for the line change as Seth Jones, now 20 years of age, 4th overall pick in last year's draft, moves up. Been a pretty quiet beginning to this season, only 7 points with Seth Jones. They say he's beginning to assert himself more here of late. Luke Schenn got that puck along. The Flyers trying to move it up. First try, no. Second try, yes. Makes its way to Simmons. He'll gain the Nashville line, but his pass is behind Lawton. And now back the other way go the Predators. The veteran Matt Cullen ready to cut to the middle. He's checked, got it back, and his shot went off a skate to the corner. And the Flyers retrieve the puck, and Lawton will drop it off for McDonald. Just over 8 minutes in. Glad you could join us on Comcast Sportsnet for the Flyers and Predators. Schenn given some rough treatment in center. Lawton comes back to get the puck. Flyers will move it ahead. Voracek back. And now Schenn will shovel it off the glove. And it's taken back now by he got it ahead. Predators moving up with the puck, getting it back to the point, but a good read there defensively by the Flyers. And Michael Raffl set sail the other way, but his pass is tipped away. Nystrom gets to it. He's checked by McDonald, and the puck back to the neutral zone. And then Weber will wind it into the Philadelphia end, and it's Schultz tipping it, but it's kept in. And then Yossi after it. Around behind the Philadelphia net. He checked, but staying with it. Schultz trying to seal him off the puck, but he gets him up, and then taken down as Nystrom. Giroux will get a penalty. Delayed call. Slot shot by Yossi is blocked, comes back out. Weber a blast. It goes wide, and then all the way out toward Voracek, but he did not. He did play the puck in there somewhere, and the whistle blew. A power play for the Predators when we come back.
Well, Giroux in there, guys, in the corner. It ended up being a pretty innocuous type of leg trip here by Giroux. He just went into the corner and simply got it hooked in between Nystrom's legs. The old can opener, as they call it. And that's where Giroux is going to sit for 2 minutes. Flyers forced to kill their first penalty of the game.
Predators' power play has been a problem area, but I wonder how long that will be the case. They have some weapons. Jones will play the puck to Ribeiro. He's playmaker of the group. Back to Jones. Slice bobble of the puck. Reed pressures him, but the puck comes back across now for Ribeiro. Ribeiro on the goal line. Colin Wilson and then back out. Cross ice Ellis, and now it's Jones. Right back the far side, the shot, and Emery with a save off of Ryan Ellis. There's recapture the puck. Here's Ribeiro to the point and now takes it back. Sile on the goal line. Wilson's pass tipped. It goes off of Schultz, and then Matt Reed is there to fling it all the way down.
No seams at all. The Predators looking for some kind of seam pass, and the Flyers very, very tight and disciplined on their four-man group out in front of Ray Emery.
Predators 2 for 48 on the power play here at home this year. Saw it there. Second from the bottom overall. With that, you almost think they're due. Emery the save on Forsberg. Lawton could not clear as he went to the back end. And now it's Weber blasting. Save. The puck dribbles across, and then they try to bake it in. They stop it, but cannot control. And so the Predators still have it. Here's Josi across to Weber. The biggest of the weapons that they have is number 6 from the point with that huge shot of his. Now here's Forsberg, a shot. Score! Plenty of traffic in front of Emery as Forsberg fired away, and a power play goal for the Predators. Only their third on home ice this year gives them a 1-0 lead.
Well, Mike Fisher was parked in front. James Neal was there as well. Let's see if this one deflected. Sure looked like Ray Emery, by his body language, that it deflected and changed directions.
I was right in front of it, Billy. I didn't think initially that was the case. The Fisher's such a big body. He's thick. It's hard to move. And that, as you said, he provided that screen. I thought it just, I thought the redirection happened was it went off the tip of the glove of Emery into the back of the net.
Well, if it is Forsberg's,
I think it is.
His 14th team leading figure as he continues to build a very impressive resume here in his rookie season. So the Flyers are down. That puck bounces side of the Nashville net. The Flyers able to work it free. Again, it's this fourth line out for the Flyers, spending time in the offensive zone. And Cavalier couldn't get to that puck. Ellis instead trying to clear. McDonald will keep it in. Give it to Velma right along the wall. He is double teamed, stays with it though. Then he got hooked and taken down, but all good, they say. Mandevelde tries to give him some help. The puck comes free, and finally the Predators clear a bouncer all the way down toward Ray Emery.
It's a break for Nashville. Matthias Ekholm had lost his stick. Olli Jokinen passed his stick to Ekholm, so the Preds were one man down in the twig department, but the Flyers couldn't pressure.
And now the Flyers are offside at the Nashville line. We've passed the midpoint of period number 1. The Predators have the first one. There's a look at Rob Zepp. Again, the backup for the Flyers with Ray Emery between the pipes. The starter, Steve Mason, did skate for the first time today with the club. Of course, he went down in practice the day the Flyers were set to leave on this road trip, the first segment of the trip at least. And experienced some serious pain, stifling pain, he called it. Has been seen by doctors as Steve Mason, and felt so good today that he was talking to reporters about possibly being ready for the game Monday in Arizona.
Rob Zepp doesn't know how much longer he's going to be with the team or if he'll get another chance to play, so he sits literally and figuratively in the shadows
and savors every moment of it. Still on cloud 9 from his win in his debut back in Winnipeg. Laughlin in the forecheck for the Flyers, has to do with a couple of Predators. Voracek joins in, jabs it back out to Schultz. Schultz will fire one wide. It bounces behind the net. Giroux to it, but he lost control. Josi will send it up the wall. Coburn keeps it in and then backhands off the glove of Josi. And then he'll chop it ahead, does Josi, and the Predators move out. Nystrom from the red line sends it in. Now it's Braden Coburn. Pass for Schenn. He could not get the puck deep. In transition, here's Forsberg. Forsberg inside, outside, and the shot snared by Emery, and he'll hang on.
Well, want to remind everybody you can plan your attack for the second half of the season with a 3-game mini plan starting at just $200. You can choose from great rivalry matchups against the Bruins, the Penguins, the Rangers, or the Blackhawks, plus 2 other games. And you can do it all right now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Greg Berube telling us before the game wants the team to keep it pretty simple here today. Straight ahead, not a lot of east-west. Get pucks deep. They have struggled in that area from time to time in this game already, and let's see if they can improve on it. There's Matt Reed getting the puck into the Nashville zone, goes after it, wrapped up by Jones, but still to the puck, looking for Couturier. Couturier along the wall, looking to return the puck to Reed, but it's checked. Couturier gets it back. A backhander is blocked. Now Umberger with it. He couldn't get it through, and Nashville will head in the other direction. James Neal, the former Pittsburgh Penguin, picked up in a trade, gets it to Fisher. His angle shot wide, bounces off a stanchion right out in front. Flyers get to it. Now it's right with a right wing feed, looking for Umberger, who had a step, but the pass is deflected. Now RJ surrounded by Nashville players, and Predators get the puck back as the Flyers were changing. The Flyers get into the forecheck now. Lawton to Braden Shen. Heavy traffic for Shen. Scrambling for the puck. And finally knocked down as he tried to get it back toward the point. It's in center now. McDonald will wind it in as the Flyers regain the line. 7:15 remaining in this first period. Forsberg with the only goal thus far. And Smith will send the puck into the Philadelphia zone. Forsberg on the forecheck against Luke Shen. Shen did well to get that one to McDonald, and the Flyers will move up, but the pass for Simmons is denied in center. Ryan Ellis got his stick in there, and the puck sent right back in the Philadelphia ice. McDonald to Shen, and now Simmons. Simmons for Braden Shen. He goes across ice for Simmons. In across the line on the left wing. His shot is gloved by Rene, and he'll hang right on to it. 42 remaining in the period. Check out the CSN Philly mobile app. Get breaking news and analysis from our insiders. Plus, you can get video, scores, schedules, and much, much more. Visit csnphilly.com/app and download today. Shots are now 8-5 in favor of Nashville. The Flyers win this draw. Schultz to LeCavalier, who backhands it wide. And Wilson back after it. It's the pop fly up high. Couldn't get it past Coburn, but Predators finally get to it and maneuvered out to the neutral zone. Al Yarncroke had it there. The puck back, and now it's sent in off the stick. Wilson, and then off the safety netting there for the whistle, stopping play. Gives us a chance to give you our Jeep trivia question of the game. Well, you see Nashville and the Flyers, you think Kimmo Timonen, don't you? Played for both teams. How many years did Kimmo Timonen play for the Nashville Predators before being traded to the Flyers? Was it 5, 8, or 10 years? We'll tell you a little bit later on in the broadcast. This is the first Predators-Flyers game that hasn't included either Kimmo Timonen or Scott Hartnell since the year 2000.
It just seems strange not to see Kimmo. I mean, I have vivid memories of him playing for the Predators and covering games in here, but then as a Flyer as well. Merry Christmas, Kimmo. Hope you're doing well, man.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kimmo at one of the holiday get-togethers, and he's doing well. He'll be getting examined in January to see where he stands with the blood clots. Michael Raffl gets that puck in.
Sitting with Peter Forsberg at one of the games. That was interesting. Finn and the Swede.
That puck goes out of play. We'll step aside. 1-0 Predators here in the first.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at our Chevy player profile. And it's none other than that man, Seth Jones, the big 6'5", 210-pound defenseman from Arlington, Texas. And you ask, why is he from Arlington, Texas? Because his father was Popeye Jones, who played in the NBA for numerous teams. He was slated guys to go all year as a #1 pick in 2013. He slipped to 4th. Tell you what, Nashville is certainly glad he did. He's going to be a good one. Big, strong, skating defenseman. Will be a cornerstone here for a long time. That's our Chevy player profile on Seth Jones.
They have quite a tradition for a young franchise of great defensemen. Talked about Kimmo Timonen, but
Man,
Suter, Shea Weber,
Dan Hamhuis,
and most of them homegrown, so I'm hoping he's the latest to that list. Quite a discussion while we were away about a possible penalty against Nashville for clearing the puck out of play, but officials decided no penalty. Flyers were not very happy about that. Predators now setting up in the Philadelphia zone. Gosted around behind looking for Nystrom. Nystrom will get it to the point. There is Weber. Sends that one in on goal, and Emery will accept that one and take the face-off in his own zone. Whenever Weber isn't able to uncork the slap shot, a goaltender probably says, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Well, he's so feared. The closer you are to him, the better chance you have of self-preservation. So you'll watch a Flyers winger on that side of the ice, and whoever the top penalty-killing forward is, try to stay close to him. And they're 29th on their power play in spite of the fact that they've got the #1 weapon in the NHL. So they haven't really done a good job of establishing an effective plan B or C yet.
Got a power play goal here tonight, and I would say that number, their low power play numbers, would be for opponents a sign that they're due. Because with Weber out there, and they do have some offensive. Now Ribeiro's a nice power play performer as well. And Forsberg, there's Forsberg with a shot that takes off and finds glass. Kept in right along the line by the defenseman Mattias Ekholm, but the Flyers then clear it all the way down. No icing here. Flyers will change. 4:44 remaining in this first period. And Schultz back to get the puck for Philadelphia. Taking a look as he hangs on. Not much developing, so he'll just gain the red line and float one deep, hoping for Braden Shen and Ekholm instead. Up the wall, kept in by the glove of Coburn. So as he plays it to Lawton, it's called on the hand pass, and the face-off back in center ice.
There's Shea Weber, the man that the Flyers tendered a huge offer to, only to have the Nashville Predators match in 2012. And he can do just about everything. Physical force when he needs to be, can shoot pucks through nets and boards and impenetrable objects.
You think at one time, guys, he was a second-round pick in the NHL draft.
Yeah, it wasn't an overnight sensation. He's worked really hard to be where he is.
Yeah.
Came into this game not listed on those statistics with 74 hits. He is a physical player as well. It's certainly a part of his game that is a major part that sometimes we don't see with the numbers. Flyers with the 3-on-2 here. Simmons in across the line. Simmons holds and fires. Save. Rene fought that one off. Now Braden Shen digging it free behind the net, but he's overtaken by Colin Wilson, who moves it ahead and then has his stick broken as he collides with a linesman and a Flyer, and there is a penalty coming up. And the Flyers will be shorthanded here. It is a slash. The stick broke. The smoking gun, as they call it, and so the Predators will get their second power play.
But Claude Giroux has come out and he's still talking to one of the refs. Very animated. Where's the slash?
That's a penalty. I'm not sure where the penalty was. It looked like Wayne Simmons went to finish his check. That's an awful call right there. I mean, that's a bad one.
He had one hand, Simmons did, on his stick, his left hand, and he just let it gently fall against Wilson's stick, and Wilson's stick broke.
I guess the refs had Christmas too. So.
Well, clearly the stick had been compromised, and that's the problem with that rule, which most of the time, we saw it earlier in this trip where it was not called once, but most of the time, when you have the broken stick, they're going to make the call. Is it right? I don't think so, but they go ahead and do it.
That one was really bad, and especially with the linesman in the way over there.
Well, if the stick doesn't break, then how do you judge it?
Right.
It's judged based on the force of the blow, right? Well, you have to factor that in whether the stick breaks or not.
But they don't. There are the Flyers in their own zone trying to kill this off. Reed trying to get it out to center ice. Could not. He lost his stick, but he gets it back. And now the Predators get set up. Ryan Ellis, another highly drafted defenseman on this Predators club, got it into the corner. Bounces free. Luke Schenn could not come up with it. Ribeiro does. Out to the other point. The shot by Jones rides high and wide. Into the quarter. Reed there. He's tugged at the puck. It's up on Ellis' stick back at the point to Ribeiro. Ribeiro will wind up, send it toward the net, and redirected and went wide. That's Jones back around behind. 53 seconds remaining on the power play. Back out. Here's Ellis. Pass attempt is tipped. Ribeiro gathers, holds, waits, takes a look, and then gets it back out to Seth Jones. Now it's Ribeiro again. A one-year deal. Having his contract bought out by Arizona. This pass across tipped by Couturier, and Couturier will move it to center ice, wait as long as he can, and send it into the Nashville zone. 27 seconds remain on the Simmons minor, just over 2 minutes in this first period. Predators start back. Josi dropping it off to Forsberg. Couple Flyers in trouble in the neutral zone. Forsberg shot. Emery the save, and he's able to cover up.
Time to have a look at this penalty again here, and you'll see Wayne Simmonds going to finish his check. I don't see the slash, guys. I see a guy just trying to get around the other side. The stick's already broken.
Well, it broke right there when Wayne Simmonds just gently dropped his stick on top of Wilson's stick with one hand on it.
A really, really bad call.
Predators get the puck here, and Josi has it hop past him out to center ice. Giroux trying to get to it. He ties up Weber and then gets to the puck, tried to drop it back along to Umberger, but he was tightly marked. The power play is over. Back to full strength hockey. Here's Fisher. Angling that one wide. The Flyers have it. Umberger drops it back, and Nick Schultz will play it across ice. Coburn ahead. Voracek was unable to maneuver through, but Coburn has it back. Braden Coburn from center ice fires it in wide of Rinne. Weber back to try to get to that. Get to Josi. And now Matt Cullen, who a couple weeks back became the oldest Predator, as he passed Hal Gill, who would play for the Predators into his late 30s. But Cullen now the oldest. Got a penalty coming up here, as again the players sort of looking around trying to figure out what the penalty was.
Yeah. Say, don't forget, there's still time to grab your Santa Sack gift pack. It includes 2 tickets, an autographed puck, a Flyers calendar, assorted concessions, and more, so you can create the ultimate game night experience. You can shop at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com right now.
Roman Josi has picked up his second minor of the period for that cross-check to Scott Laughton. So the Flyers get their second power play.
Nice soft landing spot for Laughton. 2 bodies.
Giroux got knocked down off of that faceoff. Streit keeps the puck in at the point. Goes across ice to Voracek. Right back to Streit. Flyers trying to tie this game up late here in the period. Sent it toward the net. Schenn trying to redirect that one. Now it's Giroux back to Schenn and Streit. Cross ice Voracek. Voracek takes a look in the middle. Doesn't see anything. Now deals it to Schenn. Schenn back to Voracek along the half wall. Now Streit center point to Giroux. Giroux all the way across Voracek. Back in front hoping for Simmonds. It's cut off and cleared all the way down by the Predators. 27 seconds in the period.
Great idea. Shea Weber with an excellent play. Otherwise, Voracek had Wayne Simmonds wide open in front.
Braden Schenn gains the line. One last push here in this period. Simmonds pass drifts away. Giroux gets it back to Streit. 10 seconds in the period. Voracek shot redirected and went wide. All the way back out toward the other point. Giroux able to pick it off. Cross ice Voracek. Voracek in front. And Rinne makes the save as Schenn dove to get a piece of it. And now the horn sounds, ending the period. 58 seconds of power play time remaining for the Flyers. Rinne with a big stop late to keep the Predators on top. 1-0. Tonight's Flyers Predators first period was brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit kia.com. And by Papa John's. The day after the Flyers win and score 3 or more goals, get 50% off your online order using promo code FLYERS at papajohns.com. John Bourque and Al Morganti. Intermission live, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Follows after these messages. 1-0 Predators after 20 minutes. Tonight's second period from Nashville is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers and legendary Audi Quattro all-wheel drive, the world's top-selling luxury all-wheel drive system. And by McDonald's. Any size hot or iced coffee is just $1. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Ready for the start of second period action here in Music City. Here are the numbers from period number 1, brought to you by the Rothman Institute at Jefferson.
Flyers had a good period in the faceoffs, winning 12 of 19. And facing a very difficult task in going up against the #2 defense in the NHL. The only goal of the period scored by Philip Forsberg, the gifted rookie. Scored on the power play.
GMC NHL update takes you to MSG. Jersey Devils with Lou Lamoriello behind the bench. With Scott Stevens and Adam Oates. Well, the Rangers get the first two, both Eric Stepan goals. That was a power play goal. He scored a shorthanded tally earlier. Devils get on the board. Steve Bernier right here, lighting the lamp. It's 2-1 Rangers. Second period action in the Big Apple. The Flyers will end this road trip in Newark against those Devils. Pete DeBoer relieved of his duties yesterday as Lou Lamoriello takes over. Now, the end of period number 1 here. Olli Jokinen called for slashing. Ironically, a broken stick involved again.
Well, Wayne Simmons involved as well. And this time, just as in the penalty that Simmons got, a stick broke, and it was a Nashville stick that broke. But that was a two-hander by Olli Jokinen. So he sits, and the Flyers have a two-man advantage here for close to a minute.
Huge opportunity. 58 seconds left. The Yossi minor and a clean sheet of ice. So the Flyers will try to tie this game or better here. Next couple minutes with serious power play time available. They try to get control of the puck. And here is Voracek. Popping it off for Giroux and then right back to Jake. Get across the line. And they'll settle things down as Schenn will get it back out. Straight. To Giroux. Giroux to Voracek. Walks in front. Cross crease pass, and Schenn could not hammer it home. To play it off the wall and gets it back to Giroux. Winds and then passes to Voracek. Voracek's pass back out to Streit was tipped. Now it's Voracek again. They play catch with it. Right now to Giroux. Giroux a head fake. Directing traffic. His pass off the skate of Schenn. And he has to go and get it. Now it's back out Streit to Giroux. Simmons in the slot as the pass comes to Voracek. Voracek shot, and Rene able to make the stop. Voracek getting it back to Streit across ice. Giroux the blast. That one blocked, comes cross ice to Voracek. And now Streit. He'll blast. Blocked, and out to center and down the ice it goes. Nystrom got that, and out of the box jumps Yossi. Yossi trying to center it to Nystrom. It's blocked back out, and now the centering pass gobbled up by the Flyers. Now it's a 5-on-4. Another McDonald's power play payoff contestant. 45 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Flyers unable to score with that two-man advantage. Here's Voracek sweeping at the puck, but it's cut off by Seth Jones. Could not clear. McDonald keeps it in. Goes it in along. Rene gets a stick on that. It bounces in the air, stays in play. And behind the net they battle. Seth Jones bumped. Javier trying to work it free, but instead it's Fisher who clears all the way down. Just 16 seconds remaining on the power play time.
That was an excellent 5-on-3 that Nashville had put out there, guys, with Shea Weber back there. I mean, really well played, well covered.
Javier after that puck gets it back and finds McDonald. Cross ice. Nick Schultz holding on. Fires. That one deflects and goes wide out of the box. Jumps Jokinen. Predators back to full strength. And there's Cullen speeding to center ice and then losing control as he got into the Philadelphia zone. Flyers trying to move back in transition. LeCavier will just scoop one toward Rene. So back to full strength hockey. Just over 2 minutes into this second period. It remains a 1-0 game. Flyers now 0 for 3 with a man advantage here tonight. Luke Schenn to Couturier. He couldn't come up with it. Yossi avoids the hit attempt from Raffl as he turns back with it. Here's pass to Ribeiro. Redirects in the middle. Here's Forsberg. Forsberg around behind the angle drive on the backhand. Goes off the side of the net. Now Ribeiro has it back. Ribeiro centering, but that finds Couturier. He looks to send the Flyers the other way. Chips it in the middle, and Raffl will pump it into the Nashville zone. Vanderbilt in after it. Rene very aggressive to the puck. Got it to Ribeiro. Now it's Forsberg, turned back by Streit. And the puck played by Yossi. It's a head. Smith deflected it, so no icing. Mark Streit will get that puck to Schenn, who sends it back around behind the Philadelphia net. James Neal keeps it alive. Wilson being checked. Lawton rides him off the puck, and the Flyers start back. Here is Streit. Piling up the assists of late. Gets that puck off his stick deep into the Nashville zone. Simmons with a burr under his saddle ever since that penalty call, but he lost control of that puck, and now it's Wilson the other way. Colin Wilson, 25 years of age, moves in, the shot, save, it's set in the blue paint. Emery sprawls out to cover up.
Good stop by Ray Emery, but he couldn't control the rebound, and I think he lost sight of it for a split second. Cat-like quick, though, in getting to it first. And the way Nashville comes at you, you have to.
Yeah, and that's
Wilson with the shot, and Emery did not have it in the glove.
That's exactly right, Billy. The shot right there, they didn't mess around with it at all. They gave the rebound opportunity a chance, and Emery was able to stop it, at least with that good second effort.
Draw is to the right of Emery. And Colin wins it. I got to Yossi for a shot, and Emery. A bad save. Awful. Down to the ice as he got that puck to Setter, and Yossi gets it back. He'll just backhand to the neutral zone. Coburn tried to drill it back in, but it hit Colin, and it winds up at the Philadelphia goal line. One sent back out. Shea Weber is over to play it. We approach, in fact, we passed the 4-minute mark of this second period. So 1-0 Nashville. Maybe 13-10 advantage in shots. This pass ahead. Here's Voracek facing up with it, but met and taken down by Bartley, the defenseman. Now it's Jones backhanding off the glove of Forsberg, and Luke Schenn plays. McDonald, and now Giroux. Giroux, ridden by Yarncroke, is back out across to Luke Schenn for a shot that's blocked. It broke the stick of Forsberg, or at least knocked it out of his hands. He's playing without a stick, but the puck is past Luke Schenn and down the ice. Forsberg goes over, gets a new stick from the bench, stays on the ice for the Predators, and the Flyers look to move up. And Vandeveldy tipped that puck. Elmar trying to get in after it. He's taken down, still centered. Hit LeCavalier. Now Vandeveldy backhander, and Rene makes the save. It covers off. Again, the fourth line for the Flyers with a scoring chance, but the big goaltender for Nashville had an answer.
Just an amazing effort. These are the kinds of efforts that have led to goals from this fourth line. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, flat on his face, was able to get it to the front. It kind of pinballed through Vandevelde's skates and then went right to LeCavalier, who couldn't get it up and over Rene. Rene reacted really well.
Yeah, you know what I like, Billy? Rene went after the puck. If he sits back in his crease, that allows Vandevelde to possibly elevate that up top. But you can see right at the last second, he kind of pushed himself out at that puck to not allow it to get height on it. And that's good play by that fourth line. Great save by Rene.
The Flyers and the forecheck again, but it's worked out to center. Here's James Neal charging up with it. Neal takes a look. His shot is deflected by Grossman, goes up high. Neal able to find it though and bank it out to the point, but it eludes Weber and goes all the way down the ice. Rene out. Plays it up. It gets knocked down back behind the net. And Weber will just toss it to the other corner. And now out to center ice is Braden Coburn, has to go back, forced by Fisher. Couturier banks it ahead. At Reed gets to Streit. Streit gains the line and slams on the brakes, but he's stripped of the puck. Processed by Wilson, gets ahead to Fisher, and now Jokinen. Jokinen dropping it back. Ekholm could not control. Now he's got it go around behind, tried to wrap it around in front. Emery was waiting for him and makes the save.
Well, it's time to take a look at our Geico quote of the hockey game, and here's Jake Voracek essentially talking about Peter Laviolette's time in Philadelphia and his firing in Philadelphia, and you know how he felt that was on the player. It's always tough to see a coach go, but guys, I don't know about you. We went and listened to Peter Laviolette this morning, and he had his game face on in the morning skate today. You could tell he was very, very ready for this game. Let's put it that way.
Ready and just not ready to talk about his time in Philadelphia or to renew acquaintances with those involved with the Flyers. It was all about the 2 points for Nashville tonight.
Yep, he blanketed the whole situation, and I guess that's fine.
Well, you save the other stuff for golfing in the summer.
Predators centering here. Emery makes the save. Rebound as Yarncroke was digging away. Still a whistle. No whistles. That puck was free. Comes free again. Emery flat on his stomach, finally able to reel it in and get the face off. The referee was right on top of him. That puck was loose. Finally, Emery got it.
Some anxious moments for Ray Emery and the Flyers moments ago, and a sharp angled opportunity for the Nashville Predators. Players always try to help, but when you get in close, yikes. Calle Yarncroke got a really good poke at it, and then Ray Emery had it slip away. in trying to help. And it looked like R.J. Umberger hit that right at Emery. It wasn't him. He just missed Jarnkrok's stick. Puck was lying beside him. Didn't think Ray Emery was ever going to get it.
Finally game within inches of it, and then Umberger did knock it away. It was one of those things where RJ was like, well, do you want it or do you want me to clear it? One or the other. And they live to tell about it, so it's all okay.
And Chris will tell you there's little time to communicate in those situations.
Especially when the forwards are down in your own zone too, hanging around, Billy.
Icing the call there.
Yeah. Hey, how about keeping the holiday fun going? You can enjoy a ticket plus a Flyers ugly sweater t-shirt, all starting at $50. It's available for the first home game of the new year. That is January the 6th against Ottawa. You can grab this deal online right now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Oh, that's ugly
sweater.
That's a beauty right there. That's a real one too, guys.
That was a sweater.
Yeah, that was a real sweater, real ugly sweater.
You had yours on Christmas Day, I understand.
Oh yeah, I go out of my way to get those things.
Actually, I saw a team picture of the Terrien family. That was pretty good. Yeah. Icing the call.
Yeah, I had a family member buy 30 of the same pairs of pajamas for every single member of the family.
And
I
there
just
they
shared
were.
that with everyone, and everyone was forced to put them on. So.
And you still stuck out like a sore thumb in the picture.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You were very recognizable.
Yeah. Thank God for social media, guys.
Indeed.
You're the only one with a number on the back of your jammies.
Face off here to the right of Emery, and the Flyers get control. Here is Schultz. Ahead, Giroux bunts it to the boards. Nobody home to take it out to center, but the Predators couldn't do anything with that anyhow. That's it to the Philadelphia line. Backhanded ahead by Coburn. He's got Giroux with the 2-on-1. Giroux holds, waits, fires, and scores! Nothing like using the NHL's leading scorer as a decoy. Giroux does that and beats Rene. This game is tied at 1 as Giroux scores for a case of Tasty Cakes, his 12th of the year.
The threading of the needle. And boy, did Giroux ever do a good job of looking the defender, Shea Weber, off. Looked him off like he was going to pass to Jake Voracek, and then bing. There was not much room. There never is when Rene is in goal, but he just roofed it.
That's filthy right there. That is an amazing shot by Giroux. Look at the play, though, guys. The hand-eye coordination in the neutral zone to snag that puck like he was on the fly going and then up under that bar. That is a terrific, terrific shot and goal by Giroux.
Well, the skill that he shows us night in and night out.
But tonight he's got the jump to go with the skill. I mean, it's not always there. You try to have it. Even from the opening faceoff, you knew Giroux had a snarl on and a ton of energy.
There's a shot that handcuffs Emery as Taylor Beck fired from the right wing, and that puck bounced in the air right around the crease area. 1-1 hockey game now as we dig past the 7-minute mark of this second period. Loose puck behind the Philadelphia net. Simmons had his stick tied up. Crowd wanted a penalty. They're not going to get it. Lawton has run off the play in center ice. Ellis ahead. Now backhanded in by Nystrom, but the Flyers cut it off right after the line. But then Simmons did not get it out of the zone when he tried to clear. Jarnkrok had a crack at it. Don't try that one again, as the puck is sent off a stick into the Nashville bench. Sunday at 3:30. Going to look at Rob Zepp as he saw his NHL dream come true. Winnipeg. Plus our analysts explain why Jake Voracek has been virtually unstoppable this season. And Peter Forsberg shares why the Flyers still hold a special place in his heart. Comcast Sportsnet, the Orange Line, Sunday at 3:30. The puck sent to the Nashville line. Seth Jones. We'll deal with Chris Vandevelde. Now Bellemare trying to get to the puck as well, but the Predators will bounce it into the Philadelphia zone. Streit has to hustle back to keep that away from Matt Cullen. Now it bounces. Jarnkrok into the pile in the quarter. Cross ice it comes. Here's Jones. The shot blocked off. And that one then taken by Vandevelde. Bellemare sprawling in front of that to knock it aside. Flyers have done a good job blocking shots here tonight.
The fourth line never seems in trouble in their own zone, do they? They spent most of the time since they were put together the last 3 games with Lecavalier, Vandevelde, and Bellemare. They spend most of their time in the offensive zone.
There's a point shot. Emery the save with traffic in front as the Predators try to assert themselves again. Ribeiro Back out. Ellis a shot blocked off by Grossman in front, and the Flyers have it. Reed looking to spring Umberger. He's got him. Umberger cutting on into the backhand. Rinne the save. The puck bounces behind the net. It's Couturier battling there. Finds Reed. Reed has to try to track it down in the corner. Now get it back toward the point. Schultz chops it down low. Couturier is still there. Couturier out. Now centers it. Intercepted. As Ekholm was able to knock that one down. Good idea by Couturier. And now the puck played out in center ice and a whistle stopping play.
Let's take a look at our power back rehabilitation comeback goal. Claude Giroux moments ago. 2-on-1, as JJ said. Using the league's leading scorer as a decoy. Looks off. Voracek upstairs over the glove of the big Pekka Rinne. Large man, and Giroux just makes a terrific shot for what is a power back comeback goal of the game.
Oh, Giroux continuing to pile up the points. As that puck comes ahead, and the Predators play it in center off the stick of Josi, and the Flyers gather. Here's Raffl blasting. It bounces to Giroux in the slot, but it was a bouncing puck and sent back out to the neutral zone. Schultz retreats. We approach the midpoint of regulation time in this one, a 1-1 hockey game. Voracek weaving his way through the neutral zone. Deals to Giroux, somehow steps in. Raffl, I should say. Now Raffl take it into the boards. Mustad had his free arm around Raffl there. But instead stays after it and comes away with the puck, stumbling as he does, but he gets it out to the neutral zone. McDonald could not come up with it. He will now, though, as the Predators just punted it into the zone. Schenn ahead. Nice pass on the tape. Lecavalier trying to fend off a checker. Gets it back out to Luke Schenn. Luke Schenn's shot is blocked. Bounces in the slot. Van de Velde to Bellemare. And now Bellemare back to Van de Velde. Van de Velde looks things over and then takes a hit from Bartley as he moves it into the corner. Bellemare behind the net to Lecavalier. Centered it. Comes back out to Luke Schenn, who turns and takes the shot wide. Again, this line. A great job there by Bellemare. Shrugs off the check. Gets the puck back out to McDonald for his shot that's blocked. Lecavalier, Bellemare, and Van de Velde again spending a shift in the offensive zone, and they're getting shots toward the net. That one from Bellemare deflected high up over the cage. Here's Luke Schenn in deep. Flipped it to the other side of the ice. Now Gaustad, who's out of gas, just backhands it down the ice. And it's going to settle nicely for the Predators as they get to the puck. Jokinen then checked, and it's the same guy, Bellemare, with a great hit in the defensive zone as Wilson takes the puck. Wilson from the angle, around behind, centers it in front. It's loose. There was some room there, but nobody could get a shot off, but the Predators get it back, and now some tired Flyers on the ice. As Ellis plays it across ice. Ekholm back out. Ellis, a shot batted away by Emery. Ekholm take it to the corner boards. Flyers get the puck, and they need to get this puck down the ice. Luke Schenn. Now they will clear it in as Van de Velde jams it deep into the Nashville zone. A much needed change for the Flyers.
The only time you can get that fourth line back on their heels is when they're really out of fuel in their own end.
Oh, yeah. Now there's a shot that Emery makes the save on, and he's going to hang on. 8:27 remaining in the second. Claude Giroux, the captain, knotting this one up. We'll be back.
There's the Flyers captain, Claude Giroux, who has been completely energized since the opening faceoff. Nashville trying to get big Paul Gaustad against him. Gaustad 6'5", 225. Doesn't really matter. Matt Cullen has taken a couple of draws against him, but this was the last faceoff between Gaustad and Giroux. I ain't afraid of you. I don't care how big you are. And he won the draw.
Nobody's won more faceoffs this year than Claude Giroux, and you just never know what you're going to see from Claude in the faceoff circle as the puck rolls around behind the Philadelphia net. Reed moving it in the middle. Couturier bunts it in, a bouncing puck that is knocked down by Rinne. The Flyers have it back. Strike. Down to 8 minutes remaining. The Flyers move it through center smartly, much better in their puck possession here in the second period, in the neutral zone at least, than they were in period number one. Umberger got that puck back. He hit Couturier with his dump in, though, and here's Ribeiro. To the Philadelphia line, trying to push his way through, gets clipped up high, made sure the referee saw it, and the Flyers are guilty of a high stick. The Predators will go to the power play.
Let's take a look at our Independence Blue Cross fearless play. We're going to go back to the first period for this play. Mark Streit gets in the way of that. He actually stuck the inside of his foot out. That is going to hurt. And he skates off, gets to the bench, blocks a shot for his team early in this game. For the Independence Blue Cross Fearless play. And I can tell you that one there, guys, will hurt.
Looked like a street hockey save.
Yeah.
But a good one. Here's the penalty. It was a high stick by Matt Reed. Barely grazed Mike Ribeiro. And Nashville's back on the power play.
Scored their goal with the man advantage. Weber, they did keep that puck in the zone, and so they're just looking to get things set up, and they have. There's Josi. Forsberg. He acts as though he got clipped, and he did. They're going to call it.
Not the ref right in front, though. The ref out in the neutral zone. How does that
Late
happen?
penalty against the Flyers. Predators should just give this puck up, and finally they do.
Got to even up that 5-on-3.
And so it is a two-man advantage. 1:34 remaining on the Reed high stick for grazing Ribeiro, and another high stick right here.
There's a
Drew
ref.
got him.
Wow.
You know what? The stick did go up, guys. That play,
Yeah.
you know, and it just, even though he missed it, Drew's not really arguing his. But it did go up, however you slice it. And just that who makes a call is a little bit strange sometimes. And the guy in the neutral zone making the call, and the guy right in front of it doesn't.
They got to be right. They got to be more responsible with your stick there.
Yep.
And so the Flyers in a huge hole here. Two-man disadvantage for a long period of time, and the Predators get the puck and go right to work. Ellis down low to Forsberg, and then back around the horn they go to Weber. Down on the other quarter now, it's Ribeiro looking things over. Back out to Weber for the blast. Where is it? Emery looked behind him. He had it. And he makes the save and gets the face-off. Nobody really knew where it was.
No, Ray didn't either. One thing they're going to try here, guys, Nashville, they're going to try to make Ray move right to left or left to right. That's what the book would say on him, and certainly with a 5-on-3, it'll be a lot easier to do that.
They win the draw again. Here's Weber. Ribeiro. Ribeiro hit at the goal line. Back out Weber. He'll blast again. Save Emery. The rebound stop as well as Emery stayed with Ribeiro. Now back out Weber. He'll wind up and blast again. Save Emery. Wow. And Ray answering the big blasts from Shea Weber.
Well, you're down two men. You obviously can't cover everybody. You try to take Weber away, but if you do that, you open up seam passes down low. And Ray Emery, the answer right now. He has been the target in the shooting gallery for Shea Weber.
Yeah, and you know what, Bill? On top of it, that's the best option on the 5-on-3. If you get a guy shooting from there, let him do it.
53 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. Ellis across to Weber again. Back down low. Forsberg, the quick shot finds glass, but Weber is able to keep it in. Couldn't find that puck originally, but was able to keep the puck in the offensive zone, and now has the puck. Down low pass, Ribeiro, cross crease, Forsberg. One was tipped on the way across. He couldn't get it cleanly. They'll reset. Weber missing. Ribeiro again. Looking in front, comes through to Forsberg for the shot save. Emery rebound. He lays back. It's in the net. They score. Ray Emery is not happy. Sean Couturier is not happy. But the referee signals goal, and the Predators are back on top. It's 2-1.
Boy, it looked like the Flyers were going to be able to escape, at least on this last chance. But as soon as Ray Emery lost sight of the puck, he did the smart thing if he thought it was under him, and he tried to lie down on it. Forsberg shot. He stopped.
They're going to look at this, guys, because it went off the skate of Fisher, I believe. It's going to be Mike Fisher's goal if it's anybody's, but it was no direct kicking motion. I believe it went off his high skate or low shin pad.
Watch Ribeiro here, though. Watch
he comes in, yeah, at the end, Bill, yeah. I don't know if he got that past Ray after the scrum, though. It's a big melee of bodies in front.
Yeah, they did not look at it as we're right back to play as Josi moves it on the right side. Seth Jones, and that went off his stick and wide. And Wilson gets to the puck. 28 seconds remaining on the Giroux penalty. It's a 5-on-4 now as Grossman shovels, but is kept in by Jones. He gets to Wilson, right back to Jones, moving to the middle of the ice, looking for the shot. It's not there. Now Josi. Josi back out to Jones, right at the line. 10 seconds on the power play. Wilson, the shot, score! A laser from Wilson And the Predators take full advantage of the power play time as they now lead 3-1.
What a shot by Colin Wilson. This is the unstoppable shot, even if you can see it, and I'm not sure Ray Emery even saw it. The James Neal screen in front.
No chance, Bill. You're right. Why? If you look at Ray Emery from that angle, the screen happened so quick. That was in slow motion, and then Wilson drives it up over the top corner. Ray didn't move. He never saw it.
And now through all that, Colin Wilson ends up with a ding. He is bleeding. In the meantime, the Predators, all their goals on the power play here tonight. They had scored 2 power play goals on home ice all season. They have 3 tonight. Flyers get to the puck. There is Streit to the Nashville line, losing his stick and the puck. It bounces back out to Weber, who moves it ahead and all the way down. There's no icing here. Less than 5 minutes remaining in the second period. See if the Flyers can get their bearings back. Here's Simmons with the right wing dish to Lawton. There's it in. Schenn centers looking for Simmons, but he goes off the stick back to Schultz. He'll take a shot in front. Chip by Schenn. It goes up high. Braden has it back behind the net now. He now turns and fires, and that one looked away by Arena. Well, Schultz sends it toward the net. Bounces back to him as it was blocked. Simmons to it. Blindly centering. Yarncroke will pick up that puck and move to center ice. Yarncroke ridden and decked by Braden Schenn. He came back with authority there. The Flyers move it through center ice. Lawton to Schenn. Holds on to it and then just spins it along the wall. Lawton's tied up. Simmons to it. He's then tied up by Jokinen. Got the puck back to Luke Schenn for a shot that's blocked, and it bounces all the way out to Yarncroke. He gives to Cullen, and from the red line, he'll send it in. Shots are now 26-15 Nashville in this game. They've outshot the Flyers 16-7 here in the second period.
And thank their power plays for most of those shots.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
There's Ribeiro knocking the puck down in center. And he'll just bounce it deep into the Philadelphia zone. Grossman first to it. Predators get to him, but he moves through a couple of forecheckers and sends the Flyers out to the neutral zone. Schenn will drill it in. Rene could not stop that one. Van de Velde for Lecavalier. He comes away with his centering pass, and he had Couturier, but it went off a Predator, and now Ribeiro will move it on the right wing, and the Predators move on in. Here's Seth Jones, and he was cut off at the pass. They center it back out in front. Couturier was there. Move it back the other way on Couturier. Toward the slot, the shot, and Rene will pin that one against his chest. 3-1 Predators here in the second.
Welcome back. Scotty Lawton right there. Scotty Lawton was the Wells Fargo great check of the game. Huge check earlier right there on Philip Forsberg in front. Separates the man from the puck. That's what you want to do. Every check doesn't mean you have to run a guy through the boards, but that's a great one right there by Scotty Lawton for what is Wells Fargo's great check of the game.
Say, if you're looking to kick your Flyers experience up a notch, you can do it this January with your own suite for the night. It includes private bathroom, wait service, terrific catering option for 12 to 24 guests. Kind of perfect for any party, really. Bachelor, bachelorette, birthdays, you name it. 215-389-9500.
We take below 3 minutes to play in this second period. As they've tied this game at 1. Predators have untied it. Here's Neal, a shot, and Emery the glove save, and he'll squeeze it.
So the Nashville Predators came into this game with the second worst combined special teams ranking in the NHL, and you could have fooled us. That was Philip Forsberg in the first period. Forsberg's shot led to this second power play goal. And then Colin Wilson threaded the needle. Common theme in all of those, traffic in front of Ray Emery. People driving the net, congestion, hungry people for rebounds. Pretty simple stuff that Nashville is doing, other than some good shots, but they're very effective.
3 for 4 with a man advantage, 2 for 48. They're on home ice coming in. Hard to envision their power play becoming a huge part of this game, but as we said early on, they were due. A 2-on-1 for the Flyers here. Giroux with the puck. Giroux to Raffl, and he did not get good stick on that. Giroux back up after it. Raffle checked by Josi. We'll get it to Voracek. Voracek's pass tipped by Wilson out to the neutral zone. The Flyers' road penalty kill has been a major problem for them, and obviously the number's not good here tonight. They'd finally gotten out of the basement in terms of road penalty kill last game or two, but they'll be back there probably after tonight, after having surrendered 3 here this evening. Schultz for Simmons. Simmons is checked in the neutral zone, did not get the puck in. Back the other way for Nashville. He was met as he got across the line by Coburn. The Flyers have it. Lawton is buried on a hit after he played the puck up, and it deflected out of play. And now Coburn over, and the Flyers aren't happy at all with the treatment that he got.
Paul Gostad getting down there in the corner, gave the shot to Lawton. Coburn getting in there, and
Good for Braden Coburn.
a fight here last year too, apparently. So this is right here, you know, guys getting in it. And you know what I like, though? Sticking up for the rookie. Gets a good job by Coburn, and Simmons getting in there with Nystrom.
And Eric Nystrom's never at a loss for words.
Probably their toughest guys.
Flashback to last year here. There's something about the Nashville air that gets Braden Coburn revved up.
And that was a game where Steve Mason was spectacular, getting the Flyers to a shootout, and Vinny Lecavalier, who was in a lot of pain, his back injury flaring up that night, scored the game winner in the shootout. A shootout win for the Flyers.
That was the best game, guys, I remember Steve Mason playing last year in the regular season. He was phenomenal in that hockey game, and I remember Nashville had a ton of opportunities in that game, and that was one the goalie stole. The point and the points for the Flyers at the end of it, ultimately in the shootout.
Yeah, the Preds and Flyers tend to play tight games, both games in shootouts. Last year, 8 of their 18 games all time have needed overtime. The Flyers wouldn't mind that here tonight as they're down 2 late here in the second period. Couturier will move up. The right wing dishes to Umberger. Umberger, a wrist shot blocked. Grossman will tip it deeper into the Nashville zone. Flyers pursue. Umberger gets it back to Grossman, but it hops over his stick to center ice. Flyers are playing. Streit breaks his stick, making that pass to Couturier. Now Streit is back without a hockey stick as Forsberg moves in, and Streit does a good job of sealing him off. Didn't need the stick to make the body check. Now Reed the other way with a shot off the glove of Rene. The rebound, Umberger had his stick on it, but it was blocked. Now Ribeiro. Looks like he's got plenty of energy. We'll backhand that one through. Bellemare will tip it back to Lecavalier. How often is it that a player has the flu, is able to at least suit up and play, and then ends up having a good game?
Well, you have to buy into the story about him having the flu first.
Sounds like you're skeptical, Bill.
Well, I'm cynical about stuff like that. I guess I don't believe anybody.
Zeko with the puck. The right wing feed, and the Predators trying to move up, but that one bounces off of Josi. Final 18 seconds of the period. Flyers with one last attempt on the rush, but Lecavalier's pass tipped away. It's gotten back by Bellemare. Looking for Lecavalier behind the net. He's turned aside. 8 seconds now. Lecavalier looking for the pass to Vanderbilt, but that was knocked away, and Smith will clear. Here's Nystrom, but he's going to run out of time. As the horn sounds, and Ribeiro still takes the shot on goal. That will get a response from the Flyers. The period clearly over. Everybody heard the horn, but Ribeiro still decided to take the shot on goal, and so that's why we have this little get-together. But it appears as though everything will end relatively peacefully. The second period history, the Predators take a 3-1 lead to the break. Ray Emery not happy with that last shot, that's for sure. Had some words for the Nashville bench. Tonight's Flyers Predators second period was brought to you by Mazda. Mazda is KBB.com's lowest cost to own brand over 5 years. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Tonight's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $110 million. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Players must be 18 years or older. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Intermission live, straight ahead. John Bork and Al Morgani. Brought to you by Don Valley Honda Dealers. That's next after these messages. Tonight's third period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your Philadelphia Super Network Buick GMC dealers and by Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well. Let's look at the numbers through two periods, courtesy of Rothman Institute at Jefferson.
Well, the shots certainly favor the Nashville Predators. Philip Forsberg, the great rookie playing here in Nashville, leads the way with 6. Shea Weber has 5 of them. Matter of fact, only 3 Nashville Predators through 2 periods are without shots on Ray Emery.
The Flyers did tie the game up in that second period as Claude Giroux notched his 12th of the year. Nick Schultz has been added in the assist rank for that goal. But then it was Fisher and Wilson. A couple goals separated by just 38 seconds. And they were on the power play. GMC NHL update takes you to the next location, next destination for the Flyers. It's Glendale, Arizona. The Ducks and Coyotes, and the Ducks get the first one. Rene Bourque going to the net, puts the Ducks up 1-0, but the Arizona Coyotes retaliate. Zdeněk Michalek with that shot that finds its way through, and so it's 1-1, and they're into the third period in the desert.
And some Timberland hard hit highlights. Going back to the game in Winnipeg that seems like it was a year ago, but it was only last week. The Flyers had a very physical game. The Jets are big and strong, and the Flyers ended up coming back in that game and winning it in overtime. This has been a physical contest here as well. There's Colin Wilson, who scored the Nashville Predators' 3rd goal.
Fisher scored just before he did for Wilson. It's a 3-game goal streak now. They've been waiting for him to blossom. 7th overall pick back in 08. Only 11 goals last year, but he's got 9 already this year. And so we're underway in the third period. Predators have yet to lose back-to-back games all year. They did lose their last game before the Christmas break as Emery fights that shot off from Weber. The Predators get back to the puck. Gostad spun around behind the net. Is after the puck in the corner. And now it's out to the line, but still in the zone. Brayden Schenn gets another crack at clearing the zone, and he does. It's the puck to Giroux. And that one grabbed by Rene. So Brayden Schenn out with Giroux and Voracek to start this third period.
Craig Berube talked to us before the game, guys, about playing a north-south type game rather than east-west. Flyers are going to get back in this hockey game. That's the way they're probably going to want to try to do it, is go up and down the ice, drive the net, try to draw Nashville, maybe get them on the power play, give themselves an opportunity for power plays here, draw some penalties out. But that's the way they're going to try to get back in this game. That's how they're going to have to do it.
Predators get control here. James Neal forcing it out to center. Grossman hammers it back in. And now the Predators back to control.
Well, the Flyers, other than power play defending difficulties that they've had, have been really good against the team that, at least by the numbers, is the best 5-on-5 team in the NHL. Flyers have been playing them very even 5-on-5.
The Predators have not relied on their special teams to win games, but they are on this night so far. Fisher gets that one ahead. Wilson off in the left wing. Neal trying to catch up to it, but the Flyers are there instead. Here's Grossman. It's Reed. Matt Reed straight up the left wing. All by himself here. He just got it around behind the Nashville cage. And the Predators get to it. Simmons trying to get in on the forecheck. But here's Seth Jones. 20 years of age, Seth Jones. The pass across ice. And they'll move it into the Philadelphia zone. Bartley with a shot. Save. Emery. He was deep in his net as he had a Predator coming his way. Now the Flyers the other way in a 3-on-2. Here's Simmons. Simmons holding on. This shot off a skate. Back to him. The backhander. Save Rene. And it bounces back behind the net. And then the Predators able to move it to center ice. Jabbed away by Schultz. And now Ellis will play it across. Bouncing puck. Big hit there, although the Flyer ends up on the ice as Raffl went flying in. And Lawton will fling one in. It's gloved by Rinne. Lawton out with Raffl and Simmons. We'll see if Craig Berube has begun to mix up the lines a little bit to try to find a spark here.
I think you would expect that. I mean, down 3-1 against a team that has only lost one game when leading after 2.
Yarncroke gets the line with speed here, but his pass not handled by Cullen. On to the other corner. The Flyers after it. Vandenvelde was wrapped up. And Jokinen back out to the point, but the Flyers come away with it. Bellemare ahead for Lecavalier. He could not maneuver through the checking of Ryan Ellis. And the puck back to Philadelphia ice as we approach the 3-minute mark of this third period. Flyers with 18 shots on goal thus far. Vandenvelde flutters one in. He's off a glove. Goes back after it. They get the puck into the quarter. Vandenvelde is after that. Now Grossman sends it wide of the net. It'll bounce all the way out to Streit. Tips the puck. Turnaround shot. Umberger is blocked off, and the Predators move to set it with some speed. Rostad will just chip that deep into Philadelphia ice. His game is not about moves off the rush. And now Grossman has it for Philadelphia. The outlet. Streit hits a cutting Couturier. 4 Predators around him. He'll just push it to the corner and then play it to Reed, who tried to step in front but was denied. Step back to Couturier. He's checked by Josi. The puck to the other quarter. There's Shea Weber. A big defenseman moving it ahead smartly to Fisher. Fisher, the left wing feed to Wilson. Wilson slamming on the brakes. With around Neal. He was checked, and the Flyers jump in the loose puck. It's Voracek. Voracek with speed for Braden Shen. Back for Voracek. And now played by Rinne to the corner and up the wall for Neal. And he'll clear the zone. Predators, the second stingiest team in the NHL in terms of goals allowed per game. Only Chicago has allowed fewer per game. So they're going to be a tough team to come from behind against. Flyers get that next one. Get them thinking. Get within 1. McDonald over after that, but Wilson powers it back behind the Philadelphia net. McDonald stays with him and tips it free to Shen. Shen's outlet to Simmons, who shuffles it ahead for Giroux. Giroux to the line. Just floats one in on Rinne. He's going to glove it and hang on. It gives us the opportunity to give you the answer to tonight's Jeep Trivia question of the game. 8 years. 1998 through 2007. So many years Kimmo Timonen played for Nashville before being traded to Philadelphia.
Flyers general manager Ron Hextall along for the trip, and he received pretty good news a couple days ago that Shane Gostisbehere has resumed skating after his knee was repaired after the torn ACL, and Shane Gostisbehere is going to get back and play a couple of months, it looks like, starting sometime in February. A couple of months of meaningful professional hockey. He had just started his pro career with the Flyers, playing with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. So good for you, Shane.
It's amazing, isn't it, how modern medicine has been able to get guys back and playing again. Years ago, that was a devastating injury. And he must have worked awfully hard to get back from that.
No doubt.
Well, here's Wayne Simmons in across the Nashville line. And he'll fight to try to get that puck. Works into the slot. A shot. Lawton goes wide as Lawton also not giving up on that puck and ended up with a chance, but he missed the target.
One shot away from making this a real interesting third period.
The puck played with a high stick.
Well, want to let everybody know you can enjoy special access to Flyers goalies past and present at this year's Flyers Wives Carnival. It's a VIP experience. Bernie Perron, Ron Hextall, Steve Mason, and Ray Emery. And it's available now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com/carnival.
That will be a fun day, as it always is. Always have something new for the fans. Flyers getting to the puck here, and Coburn missing Vandenvelde with that pass. It's sent right back in, and Coburn will get another shot at it. Back around it goes. Vandenvelde trying to protect the puck. And Bellemare digs it free. His pass ahead for Lecavalier was tipped by Yarncroke. Bellemare goes sprawling in center. Coburn up on the play, and now whistle is. There was an offside in there. Stopping play.
There's little number 4, Ryan Ellis for the Nashville Predators, only 5'10", 175 pounds. He was the 11th player taken overall in 2009. Nashville, up until last season, and even the start of this season, wondered if they'd made a mistake. He was really having trouble adjusting to defending against bigger men. So Brent Peterson of Nashville's management team put together a videotape of Kimmo Timonen when he was a member of the Nashville Predators to show him how Kimmo, as a guy that was generally smaller than most of the big men in the league, defended. And it turned Ryan Ellis around. He has been one of their MVPs on the blue line this season.
Yeah, he's blossoming, and that's a great guy to watch. Because when you think about it, who did the Flyers employ to slow down Alexander Ovechkin, the big power forward? It was Kimmo Timonen. How did he do it? He did it by angling him off and using his skating ability. Didn't power him off the puck, certainly. But by other means, he was able to nullify Ovechkin best as he could. There's Voracek turning with the puck. Got it to Schenn. His pass for Grossman tipped. Grossman gets it back, fires it in the middle. Schenn a jab at it, and Rinne had to make the save and cover up. The pressure from the Flyers as they try to claw back into this one.
Philadelphia. You have a look here at Pekka Rinne. Pekka Rinne's been busy at times tonight and been busy enough to get the Hyundai save of the game. This is going to be earlier here on Chris Vandevelde. What a great job by Rinne coming out of his crease, getting the glove up before Vandevelde allows that puck to elevate. That is the Hyundai save of the game. A good one by Rinne in this game. He's made a few of them.
Most would say he is the leader as this season approaches its midpoint in the race for the Vezina Trophy. As he bounces back. Remember last year missed most of the year. As icing is the call here with the infection after having hip surgery. It was a nasty situation. He finally came back and did play some at the end of the year, but really didn't seem to get his game back until the World Championship. Started to play better there, and certainly has been good this year. Limited action against the Flyers in his career, but he has been good this season.
For people that might not follow the Western Conference, that are Eastern Conference fans, I think Pekka Rinne's only been around a couple of years. He's 32. And he's been the backbone, at least, of this Nashville team since he got into the NHL.
Giroux to straight, and there was Rinne with a poke check, a subtle one that tipped the puck away. Back to Grossman for a shot that went wide. Now Voracek trying to get that puck to Giroux, but it was tipped away, and the Flyers will have to go back to the neutral zone to play it. Brayden Schenn will try the right side. That's tipped by Beck. Voracek in on him. Rostad got it over the head of Luke Schenn and all the way down the ice, and that will be icing against the Predators. Flyers beginning to at least force some icings out of Nashville, which is a sign they're beginning to apply pressure.
You know, if your coach doesn't want to call a timeout and you ice the puck, you might as well, if you're tired, ice it again right away. You know, you're going to get another break. You get another 20-second break.
And they're also going to add to that and take time out after all.
Okay.
So now,
yeah, that's a good point, Bill. You know what? You wonder if guys talk about that because it's true. Even if you ice it right away, you're still guaranteed to give yourself 20, 25 seconds by the time the linesman goes down and gets the puck.
That's enough to feel human again.
Peter Laviolette does go ahead and utilize his timeout as we look ahead to the next stop on this journey for the Flyers. It's the desert. What's the over-under on times we say Phoenix Coyotes on Monday night? But it's the Arizona Coyotes now, as the Flyers and Coyotes will go at it on Monday night. Comcast Sportsnet beginning at 8:30 with Flyers pregame live. And there's the breakdown of this trip. 3 before Christmas. You don't see the Toronto game on there. That was Saturday. And then 5 after Christmas, surrounding the New Year. Flyers 3-0 thus far on this trip. Trying to get back in. The way the trip broke down when you looked at it before it started, the first 4 against teams that were in playoff position or at least contending for it. And the last 4 against teams that have really struggled. The Flyers have gotten off to a great start. A chance for an extremely successful trip, but have their hands full here tonight against this Nashville team. Beck is after this puck. The Predators getting their change. Beck sends it in on Emery, and that is it away now. Wilson centers it in front. Good job by McDonald to deny Fisher. Emery has had a little trouble with rebound control here tonight. But getting away from him, and it led to some dangerous moments.
That's pretty good coverage in front, though, to clear up the front porch and to get him out of trouble.
Coleman the puck for Nashville. Bounces that one in. Emery scoops it up and pushes it aside. Well, Luke Shen, who tried to hit LeCavalier but finds Wilson instead. LeCavalier chops it away from him. Now Rene will just set it up for Ellis. Off Neal's stick to Fisher. Barry Underwood's significant other with the shot and the save made by Emery. He'll hang on to it.
Time to take a look at our Toyota turning point of the game, and it's one that takes place over 38 seconds. 2 goals, guys, by Nashville in a 1-1 tie. This one here, Mike Fisher ends up going off his shin pad or high skate, tongue of his skate. That made it 2-1, and right after that, Colin Wilson with a laser up top over the glove of the screened Ray Emery. That is a Toyota turning point. Those 2 goals right there separated Nashville from what was a 1-1 tie and gave them the lead.
Wilson's got hands like his dad, Kerry. Played in the NHL.
Here's Matt Reed moving up with Umberger. Reed knocked down from his knees. A shot. Rene the save. And Hartley will play it up and out of the zone. Schultz has to go back and get to it. He leaned on by Forsberg, who centered. Schultz is checked by Rivera, who got it out in front. A shot by Smith. And Emery, a nice save. Close in right there, and it's Couturier back the other way for Philadelphia. Couturier forced to the outside, still has the puck. He twirls it down low, but Rivera was right there. Rivera lost the puck, and then Reed had it poked away by Forsberg. Subtle play there defensively by the rookie. He plays both ends. His plus 24 coming into play tonight indicates that.
He's looking down at everybody.
Everybody in the league. Let's see a rookie top plus minus very often. If ever. Voracek is stopped, and the Predators will clear it back out. Grossman tips it to Braden Shen. Shen looks his pass. He had strike, couldn't get it to him. There's good checking by Nystrom. Denied that opportunity, and the other way goes back to the Philadelphia line. Still a drag move, and circles back with it. Into the point, Yossi. His shot. I don't think it ever got through. Is in front. Streit and Nystrom were there. Voracek will chip it ahead off the shin pad of Giroux. And the Predators turn it back, and Gonstav will just bank it into the Philadelphia zone. We passed the midpoint of this third period. Flyers still need 2 to tie. No icing. And Giroux deflected that puck on its way down the ice. Here is Yossi. He actually, coming into this game, led the Predators in minutes per game, second more than Shea Weber, but usually it's Weber at the top of that list. Flyers intercept and move it back. Belmar or Van de Velde will just backhand it toward Rene, who planks it off the glass up the wall, and Predators move back. Here's Jokinen. Shot nullified by McDonald. Luke Shen into the middle. The Flyers move it ahead. Here's LeCavalier, burst of speed, but he dropped the puck back. He couldn't get it back in time to make the play onside, and the whistle stops play. We'll be back.
It's the Flyers and Predators
on Comcast Sportsnet.
Indeed it is. It's a 3-1 hockey game here in the third period. Coming up after the post-game show, Sportsnet Central. Time for a preview. We send you back to Philadelphia to Steve Bucci and Leila Rahimi.
Thanks, Jim. Coming up on Sportsnet Central, the Eagles explain why tomorrow's season finale against the Giants has meaning. And our football experts will tell you what they're looking for tomorrow.
And we'll have reaction from Penn State's overtime win at the Pinstripe Bowl, an update on where the Sixers stand in Utah. But for now, it's back to JJ, Bill Clement, and Chris Therien.
Thank you very much, Leila. Later on tonight, back home, Flyers will be heading to Arizona right after the game here tonight. There's 2 more games in the calendar year 2014 for the Flyers, Arizona and then Colorado on New Year's Eve before they turn the page and move to 2015. Where are the years going, Mr. Clement?
They're just gone.
They're gone. A lot more quickly, it seems, than they used to. Just seems that way. There's a turnaround shot by Neal that misses the target, kept in by Ellis. But then it bounced off a Flyer to the neutral zone. Right back in Schultz. Love that, and they're going to whistle play on the offside.
Well, you can celebrate the start of the new year with the Flyers as the team hits home ice 9 times this January. It begins with Ottawa on January the 6th, and you can get your tickets now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. Lots of home cooking for the Fly Guys.
Yeah, 11 of 13 at home after they complete this trip.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, obviously this trip with the 8 games, guys, is a big thing to carry on their back. Heavy weight, but you know what? You get that home game in the next in January.
Raffl shot save, rebound goes up over the cage. Voracek could not finish it off. Flyers that close to making this a 1-goal game, but now the puck into the safety netting. Face-off will
What a
stay
chance that
in
was.
the Nashville zone.
11 games coming up, guys, at home. They're going to be critical here. Look at this replay here. Great shot. Raffl caught Rene off guard, and then back out front. Voracek comes out again. Rene jumps out at it again. Hits him in the mask, I believe, Billy, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it looked like the puck went up flat on the blade of Jake Voracek's stick, and it tends to sail when that happens. But give Rene credit. I mean, he was there with most of his body, and he hadn't completely lost his shape. In other words, it wasn't just a complete desperation lunge. He's amazing.
Even when he's lunging, though, he's still big.
Yeah.
6'5" to begin
Yeah,
with.
big
Maybe
man.
He did get a piece of that. Might have looked like it might have gone high on its own, but that's a good glance off his mask. Flyers keep that puck in the zone. Here's Umberger. R.J. Umberger turning along the wall, tried to go cross ice. That's knocked down by Forsberg. Streit does keep it in, a bouncing puck toward the slot, but Nashville comes up with it. Pushing it ahead. Craig Smith, he is checked. Flyers have it back. Couturier to Streit. Taking down to 8 minutes remaining in the third. Flyers needing 2 to tie this game up. Predators stuff them in the neutral zone here and dump it back in. Both teams will make player changes as Grossman circles the net. His feed is to Voracek with speed through center. Voracek gains the line, drops it back to Giroux, gets it right back to Voracek. Now out to the point. And the pass from Streit to Grossman failed to connect. And the Flyers have to retouch the line as they dump it back in. So it's Weber across. Now up into the neutral zone. Flyers will get it back, and Grossman will give to Giroux. His passes to Raffl. Back to Grossman, and now his pass off Giroux into the Nashville zone. Ellis goes back, takes a look around, and then flips it through to Järnkrok. Calle Järnkrok through center ice up the left wing. Stops his pass to the trailer Weber. Lost control. And now behind the net. His feed to Nystrom, who got grabbed, and that's going to be a penalty. Nick Schultz got the free arm around Nystrom, and the Flyers, with only 7:09 remaining, will spend 2 minutes or less shorthanded.
Real easy call here in the corner. See, the stick goes around him. Problem is, it's not always a glove hand. It's a stick that goes around as well. Holding call, and then Nystrom probably embellished a little bit at the end, tried to sell it, but he didn't have to. It's a penalty to Schultz.
So Schultz sits. The Flyers shorthanded for a 5th time. Predators have done all their damage here tonight with the man advantage. Near must kill here. Predators have given up a couple of shorthanded goals. There's Seth Jones to Wilson. In the corner, Ribeiro turning with it. They're just hanging on to the puck and then getting it back to Jones. Cross ice. Now Ellis's pass is tipped. Smith to it. Smith behind the net. Wilson rotates out, gets it back on Ellis. The shot, and Emery there with an answer. Now Ribeiro looking for Wilson. Suddenly this Predators power play. So a unit with some confidence. Jones to Wilson. Wilson cross ice. Ellis shot out. Emery the save, batted it down. Could not control it, but Ellis's pass tipped by Couturier, and the Flyers move out. Here's Reed. Reed and Couturier 2-on-2. Reed with it. Skates wide of the corner, all the way around behind, and had it knocked away by Jones. Halfway through the power play right now, as the Predators send another unit out. The first unit that they have sent out on most of their power plays tonight has not included Shea Weber. But Forsberg carries in. Round behind. Fisher to Weber. And now Josi. Forsberg settles. Side of the net. The pass in front. Couple jabs at it for Fisher. Never could finish. Lawton trying to clear. Could not. Fisher leaned on by Luke Schenn. Puck bounces free. trying to push it across the ice. Now it's Lawton on the backhand, and he got enough air underneath it to clear the zone.
No, the Predators really have two sets of defensemen that they can put out there without having to put a forward on the blue line. It's pretty handy. You got Josi and Weber, and you got Ryan Ellis and Seth Jones, and they all work.
And offside to call the Philadelphia line here. With just 5 ticks remaining on the Schultz penalty. 5:14 in the third.
You know, Craig Berube's guys have been so good defensively. Their 23rd ranking defensively, 23rd place ranking, I think, is misleading for the Flyers. The last 9 games, 6-1-2. And before tonight, they were averaging 2.1 goals against. There are only 2 teams that have better overall goals against than that on the season. Nashville and Chicago. I know that's a smaller sample for the Flyers, but they have been that good. And tonight it was just power play trouble that they got into.
And they have 5 minutes left to try to get back into this game. That pass from Voracek to Giroux is tipped out to the neutral zone. Strike. McDonald leaves the red line and shovels one deep. Josi after it. So are the Flyers, but Josi able to tip. Good support the Predator forwards, but then they turn it over at the line. Strike trying to center it. It's tipped. Giroux comes up with it. Giroux back out to Strite at the line. Cross ice. The shot by McDonald is tipped away in front by Josi. Now Josi will chop one off a stick through center ice.
You'll see Craig Berube pull the goalie a lot earlier here too, guys, being down by 2. Look for them to come probably pretty soon here.
And the Flyers unable to touch that puck on its way through the neutral zone, so icing is called.
Give us a chance to take a peek at our Mazda top shelf performers in this one. Claude Giroux with the Flyers' only goal. Braden Coburn with an assist, and Ray Emery has been busy with 32 saves. Wilson, Forsberg, both scorers for Nashville, and Roman Josi, 17th career 2-point night.
These Predators have been perfect after losses this year. We'll keep that record intact here tonight. They did lose to Boston in the game right before the Christmas break. Giroux off Schenn, and it's snared by Rinne. He seems to be ready for anything. It remains 3-1 here in the third. Predators game is brought to you by Toyota. Where will Toyota take you? Visit buytoyota.com to find out. Toyota, let's go places. By Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. And by Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Beautiful city of Nashville in the background. 3-1 Predators have the lead here late in the third. Mentioned New Year's just around the corner. What does that mean for hockey fans, Bill? It means the Winter Classic. New Year's Day, 1 o'clock on NBC from Washington, the nation's capital. It'll be the Blackhawks and the Capitals as the Winter Classic takes place once again. And the battle for the puck here is the Flyers concerned about this game, trying to mount a late game comeback. Have the goalie pulled, extra attacker on. Here is Strite to Giroux all the way across. Voracek down low. The angle shot is deflected, goes all the way around. It stayed in play, they say. Flyers thought it touched the safety netting. They get it back, get it to the point. Voracek moved it along. Simmons throws it along the dasher. Giroux, quick turnaround shot, scooped up by Rinne, and he'll hang on. And Chris Therien was all over this. Craig Berube, with almost 4 minutes remaining in the game, pulls the goal.
Yeah, we've seen him do it a couple times before. That's what, you know, led me to believe you get a draw down in the other zone, he's going to pull him, because, you know, 2 goals is significant, and that'll give yourself some time. So, you know, it's mentally wears on the other team too. When you're down there playing in their end and you can't get the puck back, you can give yourself a chance with this.
Strite a shot off the draw is blocked, and he couldn't get to the carom. It's Wilson the other way for the slam dunk. Empty net goal makes it 4-1 Predators. Wilson has his 4th goal in the last 3 games. 2nd tonight.
Well, most of the time the defending team, or the team that's trying to protect the lead, will just play passively with 5 guys almost in a penalty killing formation and wait for you to hit them or wait for a puck to pop loose. That's exactly what happened on this play.
Yeah, same, exactly, Billy. The one place you can hurt yourself is indeed with the block shot, because the Flyers do a great job 6-on-5 that case right there went right back off the skate or the shin pad of Fisher or Wilson, and then they can go forward all the way.
So still over 3 minutes to play in the game. The Flyers now down by 3. As the Flyers working along the boards there. Emery staying put now. The Flyers down 3. And the Predators move it to center ice. Jokinen had his arm around McDonald. The puck went into the Philadelphia zone, and finally Elmar across ice. And then Luke Schenn turned it over. Järnkrok. The drag around, the shot, save Emery. Puck still loose. And it's sent around, and Järnkrok at the other side, and he's denied as Emery was still down, but a couple players to his aid. Puck stays in play. Forsberg back out to the point. Ekholm to Forsberg. Quick shot. And that one smothered by Emery. There is a penalty upcoming. At least one, might be more after this, as Jokinen drawing the attention of the Flyers. Luke Schenn a couple of jabs at Järnkrok.
Cooler heads will prevail. And right in front of it, Vinny Lecavalier, sorry, it's actually Andrew McDonald right in front of me here. The bear hug. It looks like he got a little bit of a shiner in front of the net right there. His helmet off. Olli Jokinen has been around forever. His nose dirty as well.
No doubt. 8 different teams. Jokinen, 1,202 regular season games played. This is Jokinen with the long hair. 1,202 regular season games played for Olli Jokinen. 6 playoff games.
He could have increased that total if he had scored in a certain shootout that I recall.
Yes.
But did not for the Rangers, and the Flyers went to the playoffs in 2010.
Let's take a look at our Bud Light player of the game. And it is Pekka Rinne. He was outstanding, guys, in this hockey game. Made some critical saves. Big ones at crucial points of a hockey game. And for his effort, he is the Bud Light player of the game.
By the way, Olli, just to go back to Olli Jokinen, all of the guys from Kuopio, Finland are tough guys.
Is that right, Billy?
That's where Kimmo is from as well. Olli Jokinen and Kimmo Timonen are both from Kuopio, Finland. So that's why Jokinen's tough. He took after Kimmo.
I'm more impressed you're able to say the word you just said. Kuopio?
I'll leave it to him, Chris.
That was, I mean, that is almost fluent to Finnish, Bill, by you.
I have a sister-in-law that's Finnish. That's why.
Excellent.
She teaches me.
Jokinen and McDonald in the box, but the Flyers with the power play. So the extra minor to Jokinen. Here is Giroux with the puck. All the way across, Voracek. Voracek to the slot, the shot! Rinne, the save, doesn't know where the puck is. Finally, he finds it, and it was covered long enough to get a whistle. Predators just over 2 minutes away from doing something that few teams have been able to do this year. Hold Jake Voracek off the score sheet because of an assist or a goal.
On the verge of doing something that hasn't happened very often at home. They've played 15 home games coming into tonight's. 12 of them have been decided by 1 goal.
And they've been very good in 1-goal games this year. Here's Voracek across, hopped over the stick of Strike, and now he gets it back to Voracek. Now Jake has it again. Tried to send it in front, batted away, and the Predators able to nudge that one out through center ice. Nystrom into the Philadelphia zone. Will just try to occupy this puck as long as he can. The Flyers come away with it. Schenn to Giroux. Giroux gains the line and deals to Simmons. Simmons to Streit. Streit holding on and giving to Giroux. And the Predators got back in pretty good shape there. Giroux side of the net. Simmons turns, went to take the shot, and it was blocked. Outside of the net, Simmons tried to center. It's knocked down. Schenn digging away. Now Voracek to the puck. Voracek back out to Streit. To Giroux. And the one-timer, he barely got stick to puck right there. The roll to the corner. Now Schenn might have gotten hit with his stick up high. Giroux goes to his knees to corral that puck. Now controls it. His shot is blocked. Seth Jones blocked it in the Predators clear as we enter the final minute of this one. Mark Streit back to get the puck. Power play down to its final 25 seconds. Flyers power play. Hitting the skids. Try to get off the Schneider with a late goal. Umberger Out to Coburn and across to Schultz. And now it's Coburn again. A little wrist shot. Went off his shin pad to the corner. Umberger keeps it alive to Lecavalier. Now the shot. And the save by Rinne one last time off of Matt Reed.
29 seconds to go. It might not be the last save he has to make. The Flyers are throwing everything at him now. Oh boy, he sure seals off. Did anybody see any daylight on the short side? Maybe. A postage stamp size over his shoulder. That's it.
Yeah, that's just a guy using his size right there, knowing his abilities, Bill, and just sitting in that position, letting the puck hit him, and it does catch him up on that right shoulder.
Well, the crowd now standing, appreciating the effort from the hometown Predators. Flyers trying to get one last bid toward Rinne. They get it in front. Bounces off a Reed to the corner. Sent by Seth Jones up the wall. Kept in by Coburn. 16 seconds remaining. Schultz sent it toward the net, batted away, and then cleared to the line, but not out. Reed keeps it in. He couldn't get the puck deep. Does keep it in again at the line, but finally Cullen to it. They'll just flip it out to the neutral zone, and that will do it. The Flyers taste defeat for the first time on this season-long road trip. The Nashville Predators get an outstanding effort from Pekka Rinne, couple goals from Colin Wilson, and they win it by a final score of 4-1.
And ultimately, the Nashville Predators showing off their #2 overall defensive ranking in the NHL, holding the Flyers to 1 goal. And the Flyers now searching for a little tonic for the penalty kill and the power play after this game.
And they will search for those answers in the desert as their next game against the Arizona Coyotes. And that's on Monday night. Our coverage beginning on Comcast Sportsnet with Flyers pregame live at 8:30. Puck drop just after 9 o'clock from Glendale. Here tonight, teams come back after their Christmas break. Flyers trying to continue their momentum, but the Predators had other ideas as they continue their fine home ice play and get the victory. Thanks again to our technical crew today. Producer for Flyers Hockey, Brian Cooper. Associate producer, Beth Ely, and our director, Mike Mulligan. For Bill Clement and Chris Terry, and I'm Jim Jackson. Once again, the final score, the Nashville Predators 4 and the Philadelphia Flyers 1. Stay tuned for Flyers post-game live presented by Cure Auto Insurance.